What has happened here with this one particular screw that sort of triggers this?
Well, I suppose really the one to ask, you'd need to ask him really, you know. But like I mean, it was just
Does this happen, and what exactly is it that happened? Does this happen when you're coming from a visit or going to a visit
no
or
coming back.
coming back from a visit? And he, what is he?
Well, he threatened the wife, you know, my wife, like, you know what I mean. So more or less that he knew where I lived or where she lived, and he'd be giving her a call, and you know, and one word led to another. I said I didn't know where he lived, but I'd make sure, you know. At that stage, I had only about 6 months to do, you know, and I said I'll make sure I find out where you live, and you know, one word led to another, and there was a bit of a shouting match. There was no physical abuse. Now.
Was he a regular screw?
He was a regular screw, yeah.
And is he drunk or something, or why is this? Seems to be out of character
Well,
with him then.
It's out of character, but if you get 100 screws, like, I'm sure there's some of them really didn't like me, I'm sure, like, really, you know, or whatever, didn't like Republicans, and he was obviously one of them. But it was like I had done this thing.
You think it came out of just bigotry?
It's just bigotry, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, who knows? He could have been drinking, you know, or you know, he was slobbering. Anyhow, put it that way, like, you know. It was totally out of, like, I had done this 200 times, going on visits, coming back, going on visits, coming back, and never a word.
Did you ever get him as an escort on a visit before?
I couldn't honestly say, but I did know the screw, like.
You knew he was one of the regulars?
He was one of the regulars, like, so I'm sure he had brought me back before, like.
Yeah.
So why this happened this particular time, I don't know, like. But
there's no build-up to it, the screws aren't looking aggro, there doesn't seem to be any reason for...
No, there doesn't seem to be any reason for it, like.
It's just this one-off thing, because...
Well, at the end of the day, I told him, like, it was my prerogative too, like, you know, as OC, like.
Yeah.
I says, you're not welcome in this cage anymore, and don't be coming in, like.
When he brought you to the cage,
when I got
you've turned around and said that to him,
I said to him,
You go on into the cage.
And I go on into the cage,
And what happens then?
Well, it's a typical thing again. He went his way, I went my way, but then, as I say, every evening, say an hour before lockup, 2 screws would have come in and walked around the cage, where we would have been probably walking around the 2 of you, you know what I mean? Like, you know. But he happened to, he was back in that night, and well, we sort of know what happened after that. He got a beating anyhow, and
just him or the other screw as
no,
well?
the other screw run, like, I think.
The other screw run? Right, so...
He got out, or we threw him out, or I don't know, I can't really remember, like, but he got out anyhow, and then I had a sort of an inkling what was going to go down next, like, so we had a parade then and put everybody on standby, you know, because we knew they weren't just going to let that go, like, so a short time after that, you know, I asked the people, you know, I asked all the volunteers, everybody in the cage, they sent word that they were looking me in Story, Jamie's Story, to go out of the cage, you know what I mean? So I asked the volunteers, did they want me and Story to go out? And Telemann, they said no, they didn't want us to go out, like. Well, I knew right away then, well, at the very day, that they were going to come in and try and take us out. So that's what they done, foolishly enough, like. But anyhow, we were waiting on them. You know, I don't know, 12, 15 screws come in riot gear, you know.
All right, but they come in and they tried themselves?
They traded, but sure, we were waiting on them.
Yeah.
They didn't have a chance. We stood them up against the wire and took the buttons off them and the caps off them. And we had a general bulls on them. You know, just... But they didn't get battered in any sense. I don't. They might have got an odd slap now. I couldn't guarantee that. Like, but they didn't get bait the way that they could have got bait. But we just marched them around the wire and marched them out the gate. Probably tell them to bring a few more the next time or something like that. You know, that's the way it worked out. Like.
So anyway, we burnt the camp. And then the next day we had the riot. It was the biggest confrontation between Irish Republicans and the British Army since Easter week in Dublin in 1916. There was like 1,500 of us, and there was more Brits, because they brought in 42 squads of men. And 42 squads of men was something like 40 men in each squad, so you count it up yourself.
And you were all unarmed.
What?
You guys were all unarmed for the most
Oh
part.
yeah, but we'll run out of stone. But they had rubber bullets and CS gas. They actually fired something like 1,200 canisters of CS gas. And then this helicopter come over, was literally just up that ceiling there. That's just how you could look up and see the SAS men throwing it. They shot this like a cluster bomb, and it come out. You ever seen the CS gas canister?
Yeah.
It's a wee bit smaller than that tin.
Yeah.
So see the destroyed by to stop the impact of it. Just throw a cloth over it, a white cloth preferably, but any cloth, and that'll suppress the gas from coming out. But CR gas is like batteries, no wee pencil batteries, about that size there, and it's about that thick. And whenever the cluster come out, it shot all these here, right? So where a canister like that there, the epicenter is right where it is. But the CR gas, it doesn't these things go all over the place. So you can't escape the effects of it. And you're unconscious within 6-7 seconds. Literally unconscious. Whenever the gas was fired first, we were all trying to go through this gate to get up to the top end of the camp. And the Brits come up the our football pitch and outflanked us. And we couldn't get out. So the helicopter went and dropped the stuff. And I was standing literally from here to that there, away from the gate that I was trying to get out of. But then I was rendered unconscious. And whenever I came to, I was about 150 yards across the way. And my face was all, it was a cinder football pitch. My face was all bruised and bloody with being trailed across. They had us stacked like cordwood along the wire. Just stairs on top of one, about 3 deep, whole way along the fucking wire. And then they dragged you over there, lifted you up, and threw you up on top of your comrades. You know. And by the time I came to, I was like 150 yards away from where I started before I was rather unconscious. So anyway, I was in kids 13 at the time when the thing started. And all you could hear was, what the fuck was that, you know, talking about the CR guy. I was going to hear, what the fuck was that? But we had the wee canisters. Some of them had the thing that it had MOD CR gas on the fucking thing.